Nigerians finally heaved a sigh of relief following the conclusion of the supplementary election in Adamawa State. The incumbent Governor Umaru Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party, who polled a total of 430,861 votes, was declared the winner of the election by INEC as against his closest rival Aishatu Binani of the All Progressives Congress, who scored 398,788 votes. In his acceptance speech, Governor Fintiri described it as a triumph of democracy as he appreciated Adamawa people for standing firm in the face of provocation. This was just as he thanked the electoral umpire INEC for not allowing the mandate of the people to be subverted. Reacting to this development, a legal practitioner, Mr. Hashim Abioye, stated that INEC merely corrected the mistake it made that should not have arisen in the first place.
INEC created the problem in the sense that the election of the governorship election in Adamawa State ought not to have been declared inconclusive in the first place.
It would be recalled that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) conducted supplementary election in some parts of the country on the 15th of April, following the inability of the commission to conclude elections in some states and constituencies to fill vacant positions in the governorship, National Assembly and State House of Assembly positions. Out of all the rerun elections held across the country, the governorship election in Adamawa State took the shine. The reason was not far-fetched. The INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner Unisa Ari stoked nationwide confusion when he declared Aishatu Binani of the All Progressives Congress APC governor-elect without disclosing official figures in line with the electoral process, and when results have not been fully collated. The INEC reg was also alleged to have sidelined the returning officer Mohammed Mele and announced the fake result. INEC suspended the collation of results in Adamawa rerun election and also slammed the suspension on the reg, but Nigerians are yet to get over the confusion that ensued after the reg wrongly declared the winner. Some legal practitioners, including Mr. Tunde Babashola and Mr. Abimbola Ige, as well as an election observer, Mr. Michael Ebonfi, described the situation as a height of impunity and totally uncalled for.
What is happening in Nigeria for now is impunity. There is impunity everywhere. People are just taking laws into their own hands, probably because of, we now have a kind of something we can refer to now as an acronym. When something happens now, the next thing you hear is go to court. And I think it is in the light of that the man also did that okay, if you are not satisfied with what I have done, even though I know what I am doing is illegal, you can go to court.
It was not the duty of the REC to announce the election results. It's the duty of the returning officer, and that is where the problem lies. Even if Binani had won that election, the return made by the REC is not known to the Electoral Act.
If that should happen, meaning that we are in trouble in Nigeria, and that is another thing that INEC should really look into. It's unfortunate that should even happen at the first instance when you have been having a process.
They maintain that the fact that an act emanated from a resident electoral commissioner who is also a lawyer made it more worrisome. While reacting to the suspension of the electoral process in Adamawa State, Mr. Ige faulted the process. According to him, the suspension has created a legal logjam which can only be determined by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Looking at it from the legal point of view, there's a lacuna. Once a return had been made, whether legally or illegally, it is the tribunal that has the power to set it aside. And that is where the problem lies. So, what happened in Adamawa has set in a legal logjam.
Speaking to the contrary, however, Mr. Abioye commended the judiciary for its role in ensuring that Nigeria's democracy is not jeopardized.
The judiciary has done very well in this regard. You will see that after the illegal declaration by the Adamawa REC, the candidate of the APC approached the Federal High Court by way of an ex parte application. But the court was up to the task by applying wisdom, asking that the other parties be put on notice, or that the court be addressed on the issue of jurisdiction.
The respondents, however, agreed on the need to ensure that justice is fully served. They maintain that though the electoral body has suspended the REC and written to the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, for his arrest and prosecution, the matter should not be swept under the carpet.
That is an offense. That's an offense. And I believe INEC should act swiftly, hurriedly, to charge him to court. He should be tried for that offense. That is impunity. If he's not charged to court and tried, it will serve as a bad precedent for others.
I want to believe that most of our leaders, including the electoral officers, they do not know the implication of what they did. If they knew, perhaps they would have prevented the occurrence of such activity.
It wasn't an error, it was a crime. What the REC now on suspension, what he did was a crime. And any such crime is punishable under the Electoral Act.
This, they noted, will serve as deterrence to others and save Nigeria's democracy. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.